So you might be asking, what is a microconversion? This is a term that we came up with because it's a long sales funnel. We've created these points within the sales funnel that describes those different steps. Our cycle is long, of course, but we want to guide the customer through the funnel and giving them confidence along the way. So that first spot there would be visit a product page. Of course, get them to the site, but get them into an actual product page. From there, we want them to order a swatch kit. And then we want to get them to request a printout. Now, these printouts are large, full-scale plots. The customer lays it out on the floor. We send them to them. They lay it out on the floor, and they make sure that this custom-sized sofa is the right fit for the room. And then, of course, at the end of the day, we want them to purchase the sofa. So we find that if we can get the customer to request a swatch, we're at about a 16% conversion rate. If we can get them to move along through the funnel, and request a printout, that's a 25% conversion rate. And if we can get them to combine the two, of course, it's a 34% conversion rate. That's 1 in 3 of those people are actually purchasing a sofa. We find that this is crucial to kind of alleviating the anxiety of buying a large ticket item. Ours is like $2,300 is our average price point. But this gives them a real trust for the brand and allows them to kind of feel comfortable at the end of the day. So we target these customers on social, and basically this is how we structure our CPC flow to give them confidence through the funnel. So we break that segmentation up, by location, interest, gender, that sort of thing. Right here, we're looking at some Facebook ads where we've broken it into gender. We did some testing. We've changed that color of each one of these sofas out to a bunch of colors. We know that the men like the tan Tyler sofa. It's a much cleaner look, a little simpler. And our women customers, they like that blue color better, and also purple, oddly enough. These are colors that they like to click on. They don't necessarily buy those colors at the end of the day, but these are specific colors that they like to click on through that process. So until recently, basically we were putting up these ads and we were sending them directly to the homepage, and our fall off rate was horrible. We started creating these custom landing pages that are segmented to that particular customer. A couple things that we've learned, landing page synchronicity between the ad and the actual landing page itself. So in this case, custom sofas made for half the price. You see that at both places. The subheadline, the same thing. Have the same subheadline from both the ad all the way to the landing page. And lastly, a singular call to action. Now, if we didn't have this landing page, you bring them right to our home page. We have 47 different links of information to click on, anywhere about all the sofas and what they're made of and all that. But in this case, we want them to hit the Shop Now button. We want to send them to one point. So we have one specific button on these landing pages. This is really important. The second touch point is they've come to our landing page, they've come to a product, they've left the landing page, they've come to a product page. And then we've lost them, right? It takes 10 times for them to come back and forth, we lost them. So now we start marketing to them specifically on request a swatch kit. So we're no longer just randomly trying to sell them a sofa, we're trying to get them to request a swatch kit. Since we've done this, we've seen our swatch requests go up 27%. And this, of course, in the end will lead to sales. Now, once they've requested a swatch set, they have something physical to hold. right? They're starting to build some loyalty to the brand. They're starting to understand it, but they still haven't purchased. We again want to give them a point in which they can be, understand the brand more and understand what we can do. So we market to them to be able to send them this full-scale printout. This, of course, has increased as well. Now, this particular ad is a little bit expensive, right? We keep narrowing down our ads, narrowing down. But we have such a high margin within and a high dollar point within the sofa, it's worth it to basically close the deal right then and there. So this is our process. This is basically how we alleviate the stress, in buying a big ticket item, basically sight unseen.
Let me just take a moment to thank our sponsor today, which is Braintree. They do mobile, they do billing, right? You just drop in a JavaScript code, and all of a sudden you can take any form of payment. All of the startups I invest in seem to use them, including, I think Uber was one of the early clients. And you can go to braintreepayments.com/twist to learn more. But mobile commerce is booming here and abroad, and it's 1/3 of U.S. commerce sales now. Singapore, Hong Kong, similar numbers. UK, 1/2 of e-commerce is mobile now. So people, when they're buying, are buying off of their phones. And whether your business is U.S.-based or expanding overseas, you want strong mobile. So some tips: make sure your biz looks great on small screens. Obviously, be optimized for the iPhone and Android phones. And whether that's a mobile optimized site or an app, so many people build their website and forget to make it mobile optimized. Build a smooth and simple checkout process. The fewer times a shopper has to click, the less likely they're abandon their cart, and that's obvious. But a lot of people still make their carts too hard to process. Accept local currencies. This is a big one, and know how people pay in different regions, because people want to pay the easiest way. And credit cards aren't everywhere. You got to offer some of the alternative payment methods to reach more customers. That's where Braintree comes involved. They are a global payments platform, and they have been powering mobile commerce from day one. The API really helps merchants deliver simple, efficient purchasing process for every consumer on every device. Like when Apple Pay came out, for example, they had it the next day. They probably had it 100 days early because they were probably doing it so early. Braintree is just a great product. A lot of my startups use it. It's very easy for me to read this ad and tell you it's a good idea to visit braintreepayments.com/twist.